Hi, I'm Adrian Hickman, and I'm the founder and the CEO of Capstone Treatment Center in Searcy, Arkansas. In 1994, we bought this property. There wasn't one mowable square foot of grass on the entire 50 acres. My family and I moved into this old rock house, and we began the journey toward building Capstone Treatment Center. And today, it looks quite different. When I was 15 years old, I was a junior counselor at a church camp, and I told my best friend that I had found what I wanted to do with my life. Something like that camp to help kids with their deep hurts and struggles like that one had helped me. Years later, as a therapist, it was poignantly clear that the family was vital to success when trying to help a struggling young adult or teenager. But the Christian families that I was working with had no resources for a residential program that would include both the intensive therapy at a professionally excellent level and do so in a Christ-centered environment. So I asked myself, if my sons needed this kind of help, what would I want the program to include? I made sort of a wish list of the ideal program without regard to costs and wrote down every idea on a big art pad, then I drew a circle around each one. Today, Capstone has every one of those circles achieved except one, and we're still working on that one. Since our first admission, a boy named Jeremy, on September 10th of 2001, the day before the 9/11 attacks, we've worked with over 1,500 young adults and teenagers ages 14 to 26 and their families. They've come from 45 states and 9 different countries or territories outside the U.S. And I want to quickly highlight some of our strong points and then tell you about our brand of canine therapy. Capstone has a sincere, Christ-centered environment 24/7. It's not something where we change the schedule for one slot on Wednesday night to do a devotional instead of a 12-step meeting. But we do it without being judgmental and pushy. As one of our boys from Wisconsin said, Capstone's like a crock pot. You put it on low, you put us in it, and you cook us real slow. Capstone is a 90 to 96-day residential program that specializes in the deep therapy work in 3 areas. First is multiple addictive or self-destructive behaviors, from chemicals to pornography to high-risk sex to video gaming. Second is trauma, big T, little t, and chronic T, attachment deficits and incapacity, and the adverse childhood experiences. And third, it's about resolving family conflict and helping families grow deeper relationships. Our therapists are highly trained. They're all licensed in the state of Arkansas as an LPC, an LMFT, or both. They're all master's level and up. They all become trained and credentialed as certified sexual addiction therapist, certified trauma therapist, certified multiple addiction therapist with an emphasis in chemicals, and EMDR. Our therapist ratio is unrivaled. I only let each therapist have 2 boys at any one time. The reason why is, for the depth that we go, it takes a lot of emotional reservoir. And we want our guys to be fresh and full and whole and healthy to do the work that our families and boys deserve. So that's 1 therapist for every 2 clients. Family therapy is one of our strong points as well. Each family gets 70 hours of family therapy during the 90 to 96-day stay of their son, plus weekly consultation phone sessions during that stay, and then for 12 weeks after graduation. But we're mostly known for our brand of canine therapy, and we call it Capstone Canine Companion Therapy. Every boy gets an AKC registered Labrador Retriever puppy, and it's 90% of the time waiting on them when they come to admission. They care for that dog at least 3 times during the day, spend an hour with it in the middle of the day for what we call our official canine therapy for their bonding and attachment building and a little bit of training. And then when they graduate, they take the puppy home with them. And they have an unconditionally loving friend. They have a relapse prevention partner. They have somebody that's going to always be a good aftercare therapist, never ask stupid questions, and always be in your corner. A few years ago, a graduate from 2002 texted me, and he said, "Bo died today. He was 14 years old, and I can't even talk about it yet. But I wanted you to know that he was the most important part of the whole journey." You know, if I could write a tribute to Bo, and I could write it to several of our dogs, but maybe especially to Bo, this is what I'd say. Good boy, Bo. You took your boy in November of 2001 and served him well for 14 years, along with his parents, and later on his beautiful wife, and then his 3 children. You took a 17-year-old boy that had been diagnosed, or should I say misdiagnosed, as a crystal meth addict with mental disorders. You loved him, you saw him for who he really was, you spent your life being his friend. And when you finished your mission, he was a 31-year-old Christian man, a pastor with a PhD, and a beautiful wife and 3 awesome kids. Good job, Bo. If you want to know more about Capstone, check out our website, call alumni parents from our reference list, there's more than 100, or come by and visit us at our booth.